So I was thinking about what I was going to say today. I was thinking about it a lot, and I probably wasn't sure what I was going to say. Probably still not sure what I'm going to say, but I'm just going to say what is important to me. I got a chance to talk to some of your teachers about kind of where you guys are, and got a chance to talk to some of you, in person. And I think about like my own journey. Like, I'm from Harlem, right? I was born in Bed-Stuy, and I was raised in Harlem. And I think about my own journey to college and whatnot. And I think about like the people from my neighborhood and what I've seen growing up. And so in my mind, it kind of looks like this, right? I think about the people in my neighborhood and what they had to go through, and maybe you have maybe you don't have all your parents there. Maybe you have alcoholism around you, or drug addiction around you, or drug dealing around you, or gangs around you, guns. Maybe you have cancer and ill people around you. Maybe you struggle with school. Maybe you don't like math, you don't like reading, right? Or whatever. Maybe people tell you you're not good at school, or you're not going to be anything, All of those things are a part of my life and a part of my journey. You think that a lot of people just have one of those things that they deal with, 2, 3 of those things. Like everything I named is something I had to deal with in my own personal life that I had to overcome. My father, God rest his soul, he just passed in June. Spent my whole life, he was addicted to crack and heroin. And when he got to a point where he could get rid of the heroin, he was addicted to methadone. So it was like, what the hell was the difference? Neither one of my parents graduated from college. They was high school dropouts. My father never worked. He never brought anything into the family. He stole from us. There was a lot of strife, a lot of fighting. My mother, she had to go back to school at 21. She got her high school diploma after being a dropout. She worked very hard, 9 to 5, her entire life. I got to see that. I got to see what hard work was all about. I got to see that hard work, allow me to have clothes, not great clothes, but clothes, a roof over my head, some food, but I had my problems. I had my problems in school. People told me I wasn't a good student. I believed I wasn't a good student. I'd be damned if I could do any math. I definitely can't do math. That's just not my thing. And I like to fight. I had a lot of family members that were drug dealers, gangbangers walking around with guns, all that. And, I like to fight. That was my thing. If you say something to me, I'm laying you down. That was my thing. Don't say nothing to me, But that really wasn't getting me anywhere. That was getting me almost kicked out of every school I went to. So my mother said, I got something for you. I'm gonna send you to military school. I was like, damn, really? And it's all boys. I'm like, shit. The only thing I really like in the world is girls, and you done took that from me. Almost got kicked out of military academy for failing classes and fighting. But then I found something that I really enjoyed. That was track and running. And I think the thing I enjoyed so much about it was that I was angry, very angry. But I knew that no matter how, and most days I woke up angry. And most days I had a fight with my father in the morning that just set me out the building angry. And I said to myself, you know what? No matter how angry I am, I know that I can take it out on the track at the end of the day. I know that every day, no matter how pissed off I am, if I could focus just for a couple hours in school and put it off to the side, that when I get on the track, can't nobody tell me nothing. Because you're going to be ghost. I'm out. And I'm going to take all my anger out. And I'm going to be so tired by the end of the day, I'm not mad anymore. I can just go home and go to sleep. But what I discovered through that was my coping mechanism. I discovered a way to deal with my emotions. And I found out that if I pay attention long enough, I'm not too bad of a student. So my grades started to turn around, and I had the opportunity to go to colleges. I got to the point where I had enough confidence in myself that I realized I was a good student. And no matter what you told me, if you told me I wasn't good enough, if I was worthless, I didn't believe it at that point. I was a superstar track athlete. I was getting accolades for that. My grades was looking all right, and I had opportunities to go to colleges. And the only reason I picked Manhattan College was because it had a track team. I had a full scholarship to another school. I didn't take it because they didn't have a track team. And I knew that from my mind state, that's what I needed. That's what I needed. I spent maybe a semester not on the track team here, and I got depressed. And I knew I needed it. And so I went and told the coach, it wasn't a walk-on school, it was only scholarship. And the coach said, you're not good enough. You're not good enough to get a scholarship here. I got girls on faster than you. I said, yo, you know what? Everybody always tell me what I can't do, what I'm not good enough for. I said, put me on the track and let me earn my way on the team. So he said, okay, whatever, fine. So he put me on the track, all 5'9", 125 pounds of me. And I blazed everybody, and I was on the team, and I spent 4 years on the team. I did pretty good here. So I didn't really say anything, and I know you guys probably assume that I am a college student, which technically I am a college student, but I'm here at Manhattan College for the third time, getting my third degree. I have a bachelor's in psychology, sociology, industrial organizational psychology, technically, if I want to be fancy about it. I ended up with a 3.0 after a whole lot of getting back on track because I damn near failed out of college my first year. Got straight C's. Straight C's because I like to party. And I didn't know what I wanted to study, but I knew when I got an A in my first psychology class, I might have something there. So I just kept taking them, kept getting A's, and I originally said I'm going to declare psychology. That's my thing. That's what I like to do. And then I went to grad school, and I got my master's in education with a focus in psychology. And now I'm getting an advanced certification in education, focused on counseling. And right now, I'm a little bit older than you guys over here. I'm 34 years old. You probably wouldn't guess that. I'm 34. I'm a guidance counselor. I've been a college counselor, guidance counselor for about 10 years now. Yeah, almost 10 years now. I've sent about 200 kids your age to college, all kind of colleges. I sent kids to UPenn, Columbia, NYU, Princeton, and then I sent kids to Kingsborough and CCNY and Hunter, where else? RIT. So, I've sent a lot of kids to a lot of different colleges. A lot of them have graduated by now because I'm old. A lot of them graduated. They're doing good. I'll just share one particular person with you. A cat by the name of Xavier. Xavier was from Florida. He was a gangbanger and a drug dealer and liked to carry guns. And he got himself into so much trouble in Florida that his mom said, if I don't move you out of Florida, you're going to be in jail. And so he moved out of Florida into Bed-Stuy. Yeah, that was a lot better. In Bed-Stuy, and right on my doorstep in a program that I used to run that was college prep, college readiness. And Zay, as he used to call himself, his last name was, his nickname was Zay Swag. Zay Swag. So Swag, as he liked to call himself, liked to come to my program high, blazed up. And what I told him was, I'm not going to kick you out of the program, but I'm going to send you ass home every time you come to me high. Don't ever come to me high. Did it a couple times, sent him home a couple times. Then I found he liked to play the violin and the drums. You a thug, but you play the violin? Word? But he was crazy good at it. So I said, yo, there's a violin program right here in the building. Why don't you do an internship, work with the kids, teach them strings, and I'll pay you. He said, what? You gonna pay me to teach strings? That's my thing. Yeah. So he started doing that. And then he linked up with an instructor that said, oh, I got a contact over at Delhi. What do you really like to do? Oh, I like to cook. I like to do culinary. Oh, well, your grades are terrible, but I could probably get you in. So he just graduated from Delhi this past year, and he's a chef. And I'm always seeing him on Facebook with his chef joint on, with a fish in his hand or whatever, and cooking, still thugged out, dreads and the whole thing, you know? But we all are different, right? We all come from different places, and you can still be successful. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking to you this kind of way, because I know you understand it. But do you think I talk this way at work? No. No, I got a whole nother vibe, you know what I mean? I have a son, I got a 3-year-old son, you know what I mean? And my goal is to do better from my son than my father did for me. So you think I talk like this around my son? Hell no. I keep it straight with my son, and I speak like an adult, you know? So I say all of that to give you some background, that people that look like you, that come from situations worse than you, can come out just as good. You know what I mean? I didn't want to wear anything too expensive or too flashy today because I didn't want to give it away. I wore my less expensive watch. I didn't put on any nice, but I drive a nice car. I make really nice money, and I have really nice things. And I work hard to get that, you know? And I'm not good at math, and I don't like to read books, you know what I mean? And I'm not a great athlete. I have lots of things that people can tell me I'm not good at. But there's 1 or 2 things that I'm really great at. And if you can maximize what you're great at and stop worrying about what you're not good at, you can be great. Okay? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You feel me? Does it make sense? You know what I mean? So you guys have to become motivated. You guys have to say to yourself, yo, people tell me what I'm not good at all the time. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It's about how hard you want to work at something that you're good at, that you enjoy. If you enjoy it, if you like it, then what's